everyone, and welcome to the Body and Soul Expo podcast, your go-to source for holistic health and wellness. I'm your host, Bruce Starr. Mark your calendars and join us on Sunday, October 26th, 2025 at the beautiful Palm Beach Gardens Marriott. It's going to be an absolutely incredible event, a truly transformational day you won't want to miss. We're proud to have sold out over 60 incredible vendor spaces in just 6 short weeks, most of whom are also powerful, innovative speakers sharing profound insights into a world of new and tried and true healing modalities and products. You'll just have to be there to discover it all for yourself. The Expo is a culmination of Lauren's nearly 3 decades in the health and wellness arena and owning spas, and my 4 decades in the entertainment industry, from being a Hollywood talent agent and manager to television, radio, and podcasting. For the latest updates, information, and exciting news and special announcements, please look for and follow our Body and Soul Expo Facebook site. And for a deeper dive into what our expo will offer, definitely visit our bodyandsoulexpo.org website and take the time to investigate all you will see there. Today, we're diving into another inspiring episode of the Body and Soul podcast, where we showcase the incredible talents and experiences and knowledge of the wonderful vendors and speakers who will be appearing at the Expo. And my guest today is Jaime Gonzalez, my very, very good friend. She owns the first ever franchise of the Salt Suite in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. As a sales representative in the wireless industry, she found success and formed lifelong relationships. But Jaime faced a health crisis and in 2010 was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Now, knowing good health and longevity were tantamount, she sought health in mind, body, and spirit, knowing that the traditional course of medications would not serve her. Jaime discovered salt therapy through friends and was inspired by the healing people received from simply breathing elements of the earth. She decided to use her talents and passion to develop a business where others could find healing and community, and that she surely has done. Jaime stays healthy without regular use of pharmaceuticals and the support of her family and friends. Now, that is quite an inspiring story, Jaime, and welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bruce. Glad to be here.
You know, we've been friends for quite a while now, and we've been to your Salt Suite many times, and we are very happy that you decided to join our expo. And should we mention we're going to be doing a radio show together?
Yeah, lots of excitement happening. I'm really excited you put together the expo in October. We've needed that in the area for so long. And you already filled up with the vendors, and, you know, we're going to promote it, and it's going to be great. You get to bring the community together.
Absolutely. So, Jaime, we're looking behind you, and there seems to be an unusual room. Can't figure out exactly what it is. Can you tell me what you have going behind you?
So I'm sitting in the family suite, or the children's salt therapy room here on PGA Boulevard. And I thought it best to do our interview here so people could see, if they haven't been, or remind them why they come to the salt suite. So the walls have been covered in Dead Sea salt, and there's salt all over the floor. So this is a playroom. This is where kids are going to come, roll around, get salty, but they're also going to breathe in the benefits of, you can see, right? Let me see, I'm going the wrong way. This hole right here.
Yes.
That's where the salt is being ground and blown. It's just pharmaceutical grade salt. So that salt penetrating, into the sinuses, lungs, ear canals, helps clear out mucus, helps open up inflamed tissues, and kill bacteria. So we recreated the microclimate of a salt cave, which helped people and salt miners back in the day when they realized this could really help people. and salt miners weren't getting sick like other people. So we created a microclimate. It's cool and dry, great place for a kids' play date in here. And then kids stay healthier, help with their asthma, help with the allergies, get rid of that croupy cough, congestion, sinus infections. But this isn't our only room. But this is where I'm sitting, is the kids' room. A TV behind us with Netflix. Some parents don't have it turned on, but kids come in here with their parents. So there's some comfy chairs I'm sitting in. They have a bouncy place right here, basketball hoop, and even the Netflix if we need to keep them busy. And there's some play other things for the kiddos, and they love it. The kids love it in here. You know, they play and get active. There's like I said, it's all salt floor. So it's kind of like they're in a big sandbox. And also like taking them to the beach in the AC.
Wow. And so a parent can sit down in the seat that you're in or the one next to you, and the child can either be laying on top of them or playing around in the room.
Yeah, they'll hold babies, and we have some blankets. We'll put it with the little ones. There's also a slide right here. Whee! I use it sometimes, but you know, it's a little short for me.
I know you've started to explain the salt phenomena, but you know, for the person that's never heard of it or has no idea, can you go into a little more detail? What happened with you and how it helped get you personally healthier?
Healthier. Well, you know, the diagnosis back in the day, you know, it took a lot of testing. So it took a few years and for me to have like symptoms a couple times before they said, you know, you have to be having your symptoms while they test you. So when I had another issue, I was tested and I was diagnosed, and I did go on pharmaceutical drugs because to me, MS is associated with, you know, wheelchairs, early death, you know, and which is not, you know, I was more, people are scared. I was scared. So by, you know, the first thing I did was I did go on the medication. I did a lot of research, and I went off the medication in a year because it's a daily injectable. So I was destroying my skin and I was doing other harm potentially, and it just didn't feel right for me. So, I mean, I did a lot of research, and at the time there was only one doctor that was promoting a diet that would help with MS. So I went on that diet, went off the medication. And, you know, there's a lot, like, you know, in the intro, I think it's about, you know, it's like mind, body, and spirit. So I had to look at everything I was doing, including, you know, stressful life as a mom, driving on the highway, going to Miami and all over the place for sales, being stressed, trying to get home to my kids at night. So I had to look at the stress of, you know, everything and, you know, why this was brought on. So one of the things I discovered is a friend of a friend opened up a salt room in Delray. I don't really have sinus issues, but I thought that was cool. And I went and saw it. And I would go visit once in a while. And whenever I'd go, I'd talk to people like a mom with a child who, you know, was going to have surgery and didn't have to because they came here and it helped clear out, shrink the adenoids. I'm like, what? Like breathing salt, no surgery? So it was stories like that that got me thinking that maybe there's a path for me to do something with my work skills, but do something that I love and that I can help other people. And so then in 2010, we opened this place. I kept my corporate job for a couple more years. And, you know, sorry, I don't want to get that in the way. But after that, in 2010, we opened up, and there were 2 other salt suites, but that was the first franchise. And, you know, the franchise grew to 9 stores. You know, there's still 2 here in Palm Beach County. So I like to promote everybody and any salt rooms because salt is antibacterial. So what it helped me with is the anti-inflammatory nature of salt. So inflammation is going to be a component of almost any illness, whether it's, you know, your gut or injuries. And inflammation is good. Inflammation comes in and helps the area, protect it, bring blood flow. But if we have chronic inflammation, that's bad. So I knew that this salt would help with my inflammation. And between that, I added a pulse emitting magnetic fields, which a lot of people know, PEMF, for also helps with inflammation. I added that in 2017, and also added infrared sauna and red light a couple years ago. So it's a combined, you know, a mix of getting these different programs together. And for me personally, because that's what you asked, was getting out of stress, and more importantly, I think doing something that I could really embrace and feel
And
good about.
and for all the years I've known you, I've always known you as a completely healthy person. So it's it's amazing to know that you've had such challenges.
Yeah, well, and some of the people who knew me back in the day, I remember walking with my kids into school and a woman saying, "What's wrong? Did you pull your leg?" And because the MS, I had a limp and I had a weakness on my left side. And I was like, wow, like, I'm only like 40. You know, what's gonna happen, as this continues? So it has been, I have to say, there's so many things with any diagnosis, you can't follow exactly what someone else did. Somebody else could be having like multiple exacerbations. There might have been some luck involved. Maybe it was just, mostly the stress. But I know that I've seen now in 10 years, so we celebrate our 10-year anniversary next month. In 10 years, I have seen such phenomenal success with people who come here regularly, from, avoiding sinus surgery to, just living better quality life by having better sleep, taking less medications. And, people along their healing journey have to explore, I hope they'll explore different things. And that's what I did. And I still use myself as a guinea pig and use, these treatments. And I try to find out what the best products are so that I can share them with other people. I'm certainly not going to put anything on my shelves that I don't wholeheartedly, use myself and believe in. So
So
it's been a great journey.
how does someone come to you? What can they come one time? How does that work?
Yeah, so anyone can come visit and, try it. The first session's half price, which is good to know. But oftentimes people are coming with chronic issues, from, the kids with asthma, allergies, to and ear infections, to, adults with sinusitis, COPD, and also asthma. Allergies are, so common. Even mold damage. A lot of people are suffering from mold in their homes, or, right now we have such high mold levels in Florida. So any of those kind of things, you could benefit from the salt. And yet one time, if you got a croupy cough, or I always say, if you're going to fly, what a great time to get in here and get that salt circulating in your system and help boost your immunity. It also gives you great clarity because it kind of helps clear out. And remember, salt is the activator in our cells. Salt gives us energy. Salt is required for life. And so I have some good conversations in here with people when they say, I was told to avoid salt, or I'm on blood pressure medication. So we have some really good conversations. And, always, I always recommend, if people have, serious health issues, or talking to their doctors. But there's very few reasons you can't come to salt, because it's like going to the beach. It's just in 45 minutes, you're going to get as much salt as you would get in 3 days on a sailboat. And that dry salt is going to penetrate even into your lungs. And you can't do that with neti pot. Neti pot's great. Go to the beach and get your sunshine. I'm a huge proponent for that. But this amount of salt you're getting in here is going to penetrate, and it could help you in one session. Many people will do a few times in like a week or two if they just want to knock something out. We don't come here with fevers or active infection, but after, with the coughs, and mostly for preventive. So it's July right now, but school starts August 11th. And so we'll have, the kids coming back in, staying busy in here when they're going back to school. Because you know what happens when they go back to school. And then they bring it home to grandma. So it's not just, that's what's great about this firm, is that adults and kids can come together. Grandma can bring the kids, nanny can bring the kid, mom, dad, and they're getting the treatment in this salt room, as well as the child. And I'll take you. And if you want to bring another, other people, or if you want to just come as adults, I can show you the other room.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Sure. So this is the kids' room. See how pretty it is? Well, here, let me flip it real quick. I have to say, I still am in love with this place. When I come in, I'm like, such a fun, and creative and use of space. And it's just all healing. The kids don't know they're getting healing.
And you're right off PGA, and people pass you probably 3 or 4 times a day. So they know it. You're very conveniently located.
Yeah, PGA and Central. So we're right between 95 and the Turnpike. And, we have some great salt lamps. I'll just give you a quick tour. We've got a water bar back there. We've got products, really great healing products. Also, salt-based, also Dead Sea, and a really great line of peptides. And then we've got our lovely sauna, which I should have had lit for you, which I could redo if you want. But it also has a red light bar in it. So sauna and red light together. There's so many studies now and things showing that red light therapy has so many benefits for people. And then over here, Karen, over here, we're not live. Don't want to like, oh, I'm famous. So that's a salt booth. So, and in that booth, people sit, one person, someone and a child, and they get the salt in 10 to 20 minutes instead of doing the full 45, which is the rooms. But I'm going to just show you quick the relaxation room.
Cool.
Because there's a couple people in here, but I told them, I warned them. But the lights are typically dim like that while you're relaxing. And you're getting the salt and chilling out.
Very nice. So Jamie, when you come to the expo and you're going to have your space at the expo, what are you going to bring? What can people expect?
Well, we usually bring a beamer with us, and that's this one, the mat. I also have red lights, including a portable red light pad that we bring. I think, is it over here? Right here. Oh, thank you. So this is we sell these like a distributor. We also sell beamer because these are things that, like, even though I invested in a beamer here at the business, I also have one at my house because it's something that you should be using daily. And again, with, something serious like I was diagnosed with, I wasn't going to mess around. So this is a red light pad. So it's a portable unit.
Wow.
So most of these red light pads, like if you buy this one here, it's on the back of the whole thing here is a light bar. That's a $1,500 thing. But these are $350 and you can use it portable. So I take it with me when I fly, in the car, anywhere you're at. It's just easy to roll over in the morning and put it on because, we need to get sunlight every day. This is needs to be taught to people as what do you call it? As an essential part, like drinking water is so important. Sunshine is critical for our health. And we kind of learned during COVID, but I'm still running into a lot of people who don't seem to know. And it's not just about taking vitamin D. The sun provides so much more. And most of the good spectrum from the sun is in an infrared light pad like this. And it's also great for your eyes. So not staring into it, although it doesn't hurt. But it's really great for vision.
Wow. What an example of someone who brings so much to the health and wellness world right here in North Palm Beach County. You're doing a great job, and I'm so glad that we can call each other friends. Our radio show starts August 16th, Saturday morning at 7 to 8. It's 1 hour, and we're going to have nothing but helpful ways, helpful wellness benefits to feeling better and living a better life. And Jamie and I are doing the show together. And I want to thank her for wanting to do that show. We think we're going to blow the lid off of North Palm Beach County. We're going to
interview some people and get some awareness going about we have some wonderful health practitioners in our area.
And we're going to try to get as many as we can onto our radio show. It starts the 16th of August at 7 to 8 in the morning, and it's on 100.3 Legends Radio. Now, if you don't know Legends, that means you don't listen to Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, big bands, and people who are in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, affluent people listen to that radio show, and they listen on Saturday morning for talk radio, and they're going to be finding us there very soon.
That's right. I'm excited.
I want to thank you, Jamie, for everything that we're doing together, and for being a part of the expo, and just for being a friend to Lauren and I. Thanks again. God bless, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon.
Real soon. We'll talk soon. Thank you so much. It's going to be awesome.
Bye-bye, Jamie. Bye-bye,
Okay. Thanks,
everybody.
Bruce.
You're
Talk soon.
welcome. You're
All right.
welcome.
Bye.